Hello students, in this video we will study about the classification of economics. Economics has been classified into many types, some of which are microeconomics, macroeconomics. Other than this there is positive economics, normative economics. Okay, so starting with the first one we will see what does microeconomics mean. So microeconomics studies the economic problems at the level of an individual. Okay, so the most important term you should keep in mind is the individual, that the microeconomics studies the economic problem at the level of an individual. It studies only about a single unit, either it can be a firm or it can be any of the household or it can be about any of the individual consumer. When we will study about a single unit, then that study will come under microeconomics. If we will study about a single person's income or his expenses, or about any firm, a single firm's profit, its income, its expenses, then all this will come under the topic of microeconomics. The second classification of economics is macroeconomics. So students, macroeconomics studies the economic problems at the level of the economy as a whole. Here the important term is economy as a whole, which means that we are not studying only about a single unit or single consumer, but we are studying about many consumers, or we are taking all the units together here. That's why the term aggregate is used in macroeconomics. Aggregate is the sum of all the individual units, and when we study about the whole unit or economy as a whole, then it comes under macroeconomics. For your understanding, I have drawn a simple example here, that if a single household is here, okay, then and if we study about this household, that what is the income of this household, who all are working here, or what is the expenses, monthly expenses, then we are studying about only a single unit. So this will come under the study of microeconomics. Okay, but if we are studying about many households, if we are adding all the single units, okay, or we are taking aggregate of households, then this will come under macroeconomics. Okay students, so this was the basic difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. If you find any difficulty in remembering, then please see to this. Here it is I, so you can remember individual from this I, and here is A, so you can remember aggregate from this. Okay, this can be represented as individual and this can be represented as aggregate. Okay students, now we will study about two more terminologies, that are positive economics and normative economics. So what is a positive economics? Let's say first, it deals with the economic issues related to past, present or future, which can be verified with facts and figures. Okay, so important terms which you have to keep in mind are that it deals with those economic issues which are related to either past, present or future, and these issues or whatever we are talking about, this can be verified with facts and figures. Okay, whatever we are talking about or whatever economic issues we are talking about, that should be verified with facts and figures. Here I have taken an example for your understanding. If a statement is made that at present population of India is 50 crore, okay, that is a statement. Now first thing you have to see is that whether it is related to any of the time. Yes, it is related to present, that at present. Okay, then can we verify this statement? Yes, we can verify. Why? Because we are having the data, population data of our country, that what is the population of our country, and we know that our population is way more than this. Okay, it is around 130 crore. So easily we can verify the statement. Why? Because we are having the facts and figures, we are having the data. So this statement which we can easily verify with facts, then this statement comes under positive economics. Okay, so in positive economics we will include only those, or we will study about only those issues which is related to past, present or future, and it can be easily verified with facts and figures. Now, second term is your normative economics. That what is normative economics? It deals with the economy related to the opinions of economists. It is the economics of what ought to be. Okay. Here students, it is the mainly we can say that opinion word is important here. That it includes mainly opinions. It can be true also, it can be false also, whatever it can be, but it is just an opinion. We cannot verify it. There are no facts and figures. Okay, it's just an statement or it is just an opinion. Here it was a statement, but it could have been verified. But can we verify all the statements? No. For example, all the banks should be privatized. If someone says, one of the economists says that all the banks should be privatized. Now, how can we verify that what will be the benefits of it or what will be the losses of it? We cannot verify each and everything. It is just an opinion by an economist. He says that all the banks should be privatized. So here no facts and figures are given. It is not related to any of the time and it's just an opinion. So normative economics, it will include only opinions. Okay. Thank you students.